North Carolina General Assembly is back in session today. A lot happening at the Capitol here that we're keeping an eye on. Let me just kind of give you a quick rundown before we get to Julie K. All right, so the North Carolina legislative session kicks off today. Focuses on the budget, Medicaid, property taxes. Also, we heard from Governor Josh Stein talking about the budget. And on that note, let's get to Julie K, who will take it from here. Julie, seriously, they're talking about a lot.
Aren't you excited?
It is an exciting time.
Aren't you so excited?
It is because a lot of important issues that they need to get to. A lot of stuff from last session that's been carried over to this one. So where do you want to start?
Let's start right there.
Okay.
I want to touch with the things that are going to be top of mind because it's things that are kind of unresolved from last session. Of course, number one, the budget.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you right now that is not going to get solved today. Some things that might actually happen today, though, are those veto overrides that Republicans still want to make happen. There's multiple really important bills that didn't quite get the numbers that they needed to override Governor Josh Stein's veto.
Yeah.
So just basic legislative stuff, it has to go to the governor to sign once it passes both chambers. He vetoed a couple bills. Some of them they were able to override with the support of some Mecklenburg County Democrats, actually, who did not win their re-election campaigns. Some of them they did not get the numbers they needed. That includes the Freedom to Carry North Carolina bill. So that would be concealed carry without a permit, which is really interesting. Some other states have something similar. That also includes another Senate bill that would reinforce that state agencies have to comply and help enforce federal immigration efforts. Even more, I think, impactful after we had Operation Charlotte's Web here in Charlotte just a few months ago. And so that's probably going to have a renewed push. And a couple bills related to diversity, equity, inclusion, and how those are taught in schools or banned in schools. One for K through 12, one for actually college and universities. And so those are just four of the, I believe, 6 on the House's agenda today. They just went back in session. Of course, it has to be vetoed by both chambers. So if they're able to override the veto of any of those, we'll go to the Senate, and that would be that. But I mean, they could do it right now. They could do it today, or if they don't have the numbers, they could push it off even further. But if anything is going to happen today beyond, some new bills being filed, which I'll look through as well, I mainly pay attention to those veto overrides.
And not as simple, I want to point out, because the GOP doesn't have that supermajority like it did during, say, like Cooper's term as governor. So a slimmer majority, so that veto override a little more difficult for Republicans.
Yeah, and a couple Mecklenburg County Democrats, including Representative Carla Cunningham, had previously sided with Republicans on some of those bills, and that's what pushed them over on some of those overrides. And again, she and Representative Majid did not win their re-election campaigns after siding very publicly with Republicans on some of these bills. And so it will be interesting to see if we get that same pattern or if things change. But it could be, once again, that Mecklenburg County representatives become a big part of that discussion. No matter what, though, these are all, we talk guns, immigration, and education. Those are 3 huge topics, and so I'm just curious to see even where that discussion goes today.
It's day one, so buckle up.
And the short session, too. So this is, I don't know how short it's actually going to be, but in theory, this would be the short session, and we'd have a longer one in the fall. But yeah, that and budget, of course, going to be the big talkers.
Julie, when can folks catch you? Are you in all shows? Should we just make that clear? You're in all shows?
Don't manifest that for me.
Okay.
I'm at 4 and 5.
4 and 5. Okay. I didn't mean to manifest that. I just
keep that to yourself.
I thought I saw 6 there. No, but you catch Julie at 4 and 5. They're in session. Julie's been keeping an eye on it, so I'm going to say goodbye, Julie.
Thank you.
So you can go back to watching that session. And Julie K, covering all things politics.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.